Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I am Marcus and I'm here with a fairly new game for us here. Fairly new in the sense that it's a bit of a redone. Since by the time of this recording, Donkey Kong Bonanza is already out and running for a while, I thought it would be better to just go and redo one of my very old Let's Plays. So here we are with Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo. So let's just go into the secret banana hoard here. And yeah, as you can see, it's empty. This is basically the plot of this game, if we can hazard and call it that for that. Like King K. Rool, the leader of the Kremlings, this species of reptiles, has stolen all of DK secret hoard of bananas, and I missed that one up. Damn it! So yeah, now you know how to get that that green bug. Oh my god, we're starting already good. I see, but yeah, King K. Rool, the leader of the Kremlings, has stolen all of DK's hoard of bananas. So now we have to go on a rampage throughout DK Island to basically kick a lot of Kremlings' tails and get our bananas back. It's a very simple story. So Donkey Kong. I have had this game back in the day when I was growing up. When I was growing up, it was basically this and Super Mario that were my go-to platform games of choice, and I would constantly flip-flop around on which was my favorite between the two, because oh my god, I screwed up. Because as much as I really liked Super Mario World, there was something about DK that I just liked some more. Whether it was the ambience, the very different style of graphics, because at the time there wasn't really anything else kind of like this, and Rareware did a very bang up job with what they had on their plate. Nintendo really gave them was trusting a lot in giving them this IP that at the end of the day it wasn't really used all that much. The Donkey Kong had was a sensation in the arcade. The Donkey Kong arcade was the thing that basically put Nintendo on the map back in the day, and it basically helped them getting a foothold in the video game market before booming with the NES. So Donkey Kong is a very important property. As much as it's not the main attraction, the main guy, it's still someone that I feel should be celebrated just as much as Mario, because they were in tandem both very important. With at the time when Mario was only known as Jumpman. Oh god, I screwed up. I am doing a lot of screw-ups in the bonus stages. So yeah, I really like this game. This game is not my favorite in the trilogy. There are others to come, but I felt it was good to start from the very beginning of the game to see just the evolution that this series will take going forward. The very simple, humble beginnings of the very first Donkey Kong Country up to Donkey Kong Country 3 by the tail end of the Super Nintendo. So tail end that I feel the N64 was probably already out by the time Donkey Kong Country 3 came out. And yeah, that is a game that I feel is not as celebrated as the other two, and I have things to say about that. But for now, let's just focus on this one first very simple, humble adventure. We have Donkey Kong here as the main character, is this big gorilla with a red, very fashionable red tie, followed by his friend, or yes, his friend is not. There is no. I don't feel this. They are related in any way. Diddy Kong, which for many is the best character to play as in this game, because compared to Donkey Kong, is a lot faster, is smaller, and is just better. It's just a better character to maneuver. I don't really feel that much difference, to be honest. There are differences between the two characters, so I will show once we get against one particular enemy. But basically there are enemies that cannot be destroyed by a jumping from Diddy. You need to use Donkey, but that is, for some, is not too much of a handicap when you factor in the bigger speed that Diddy has. But honestly, I feel at the end of the day, everything that you can do with Diddy, you can also do it with Donkey Kong. As you saw at the very beginning when I went and get that with that green balloon that gives you 2 extra lives, you can very easily go with Donkey Kong. It's just that you have to be mindful of how jumping works in this game. You can jump when you are a bit over the edge of a ledge. I have no words. The words are escaping me right now. But basically, if you roll off a ledge, you can still jump while you are rolling. So you can use that to an advantage. You can get some insane distance in this game. So keep that in mind. If you feel you're struggling a bit with how the platforming in this game works. So I haven't talked really much about the animal bodies that we have here. This is Angard, and in the first stage we got Rambi as our animal buddies. These are basically animals that we can ride, and they basically count as a shield for our characters. The characters, as in many platformers, are just a one-hit kill. You have to basically avoid everyone. If you get hit with Donkey Kong, you switch to Diddy. And if you get hit without not having a character to switch, you're basically gonna get a game over. If you lose a character, there is the DK barrel that you can use to just get a new character to use. And it's just that. You can switch the character by pressing the A button constantly like this. Now, see, this is a figure I can show off. With Donkey Kong, for some reason, this... Oh, I can't do it. Sometimes he can really do this jump over these ledges, but with Diddy, it's a lot easier because he has a better jump height. Not that much, but it's something at the very least. I am kind of skipping this entire stage by getting this shortcut, but whatever. I guess I might show off some shortcuts that you can get in these stages in order to get your life easier, and the bonus room was in the other side. Whatever. The bonus rooms are actually what you need to get in this game in order to get 101%. It's a very weird requirement, but there are a lot of hidden rooms here that you're gonna have to use all of your common sense and uncommon sense, because sometimes they just require you to shoot yourself off into the great unknown in order to get a bonus barrel. And yeah, it's really not well thought out, and it's not really that much needed. All you're gonna need is just all you're gonna get from doing this is a lecture from Cranky Kong at the end. And yeah, I skipped that dick. Might as well show it off. It's not like we have much to do of everything else in this stage. Like Cranky's cabin. Here we are. You're lucky you caught me. I was just heading out. The crafty Croctopus Corners is crock of collectibles in coral capers. Clump's hard head protects him against your chump attack. You'll have to roll him. There's nothing more I can tell you. Yeah, this guy basically gives you hints and is a big jerk off because he constantly going on about how much he's better than you and all that, but yeah. We got to our first boss of the stage, the very naughty layer. These names are all basically puns. If you say, you don't notice if you just if you don't say them out loud, but yeah, just jump on him 5 times and it's over. The very first stage is done very, very quickly. And now we can move on to the monkey mines, but let's go back in a bit because I have 2 more characters to show off that I completely ignored before. Since this is the first part, might as well show off this game in its entirety. And you can tell which stages you have completed by the fact that the name has a exclamation point on top of them. I won't bother with what other ones had. It's not really worth it in this game. Hi, I'm Candy Kong. This is my save point. You jump in the barrels and save your game. Easy as that. And once we are here, how do we leave the stage? With Funky's Flight. Well, dudes, my name is Funky Kong. My bodacious jumbo barrel can launch you at any point on the island. Most unfortunately, it can only send you to a place you've already been to, which is a complete and total bummer, let me tell you. Well, so let's jump into the plane, and with that we can go everywhere on the world map, so we can start on Monkey Mines in the next part of Donkey Kong Country. See you there, guys. Take care of yourself.